From the mundane to the magical, these are 10 strange facts that will blow your mind. Number 10. In England, the Speaker of the House is not allowed to speak. As one of the most important positions in the British government, the Speaker of the House presides over debates in the House of Commons, making sure that discussions stay on track and that members of Parliament follow the rules of debate. The Eiffel Tower was built in 1889 in Paris, France, and stands as an iconic symbol of the city and a testament to human ingenuity. Have you ever noticed that your friend's lasagna just hits the spot better than your own despite having the same recipe? Well, believe it or not, you have a unique scent that can identify you just like a fingerprint. Wearing headphones can impact your hearing. Wearing headphones can be a convenient way to listen to music or podcasts, but it's important to be aware of their potential impact on our hearing. When we smile, our brains release feel-good chemicals such as endorphins and serotonin, which can improve our mood and reduce stress. According to a new study, people who laughed more during difficult conversations were more likely to walk away feeling satisfied with how the conversation went, even if the topic was stressful. This suggests that laughter can be a useful tool for diffusing tension and creating a more positive atmosphere. However, it's important to be aware of the motivations behind our laughter. Sometimes we may laugh to cover up our true feelings of anger, sadness, or frustration. This is known as a defense mechanism, and it can prevent us from having open and honest conversations with others. If we're not careful, our laughter could end up doing more harm than good. So the next time you find yourself laughing nervously during a difficult conversation, take a moment to pause and consider why you're doing it. Is it because you're genuinely happy, or are you trying to hide your true feelings? Smiling can also help us build relationships by making others feel more at ease around us. In today's world, access to the internet is essential for a wide range of activities, from staying connected with friends and family to accessing educational resources and job opportunities. It's no surprise that many countries are working to expand internet access to more of their citizens, but Finland has taken this one step further. In 2016, the Finnish parliament passed a law guaranteeing every citizen a minimum download speed of 21 megabits per second and an upload speed of 10 megabits per second. This legislation makes Finland the first country in the world to recognize high-speed internet as a fundamental human right. The government has set a deadline of December 2025 for all municipalities to provide gigabit access to their residents. This move has been praised by internet rights groups as a bold step towards ensuring that everyone has access to the online world regardless of where they live. So it seems that the future of internet access is looking bright, at least in Finland. Maybe other countries will follow suit and recognize high-speed internet as the fundamental right that it is. Despite the benefits of smiling, we don't do it nearly enough. We often catch ourselves frowning or looking serious, even when there's no reason to. This is because our facial expressions can become habitual. We may not even realize that we're frowning or sighing until someone points it out. Fortunately, we can train ourselves to smile more often. By making a conscious effort to look for reasons to smile and to express ourselves more openly, we can improve our overall happiness and well-being. Prolonged exposure to loud noises can damage our hearing, and wearing headphones can make it easy to blast music without realizing how loud it is. In fact, studies have shown that listening to music at 100 decibels or higher for just 60 minutes can cause permanent hearing loss. To protect your hearing, it's important to keep the volume at a safe level, take breaks, and choose headphones wisely. Using over-ear headphones can help distribute the sound more evenly across your eardrums, and using noise-canceling headphones can help block out external noise, allowing you to enjoy your music without turning it up so loud. By following these tips, you can enjoy your headphones without damaging your hearing. Our body odor is created by bacteria on our skin, and it is influenced by factors like genetics, diet, and hygiene. This means that no two people smell the exact same, even identical twins. In fact, research has shown that our sense of smell is so powerful that we can identify people by their scent alone. Studies have found that we can recognize familiar scents from a distance of up to 15 feet, and that our noses can distinguish between 1 trillion different odors. This means that your nose has the ability to identify people by their scent, but it also means that you are leaving a unique scent trail wherever you go. So the next time you meet a stranger, ask yourself, what does this person smell like? You might be able to get a sense of who they are just from their unique scent. You're not alone. In fact, there is a psychological reason why food made by someone else often tastes better than your own cooking despite having the same recipe. It's called the misattribution of taste effect. And it happens because we tend to focus on the wrong things when we're tasting food. When setting goals, it's important to have a plan in place for achieving them. However, having a backup plan can sometimes do more harm than good. Research in psychology shows that when we have a plan B, we're less likely to put in the effort required to make plan A work. In other words, having a safety net can discourage us from taking risks and pursuing our goals with the same level of commitment. For example, if you want to start a business but have a stable job to fall back on, you may not be as motivated to take the necessary risks and put in the long hours required to make the business successful. Instead, you may end up sticking with your job and never fully pursue your entrepreneurial dreams. Of course, it's important to be practical and have some level of financial stability before pursuing risky endeavors. However, it is also important to avoid becoming too attached to a backup plan and instead focus on making plan A work. With enough hard work, determination, and a bit of luck, anything is possible. Instead of focusing on the actual taste of the food, we focus on other things like how hungry we are, how much we like the person who made the food, and whether or not we like the presentation of the dish. All of these factors can influence our perception of how food tastes, but they shouldn't. If we really want to appreciate the flavors in a dish, we need to focus on the taste itself rather than all the other distractions. So next time you're enjoying a meal, take a moment to really savor the flavors and appreciate the hard work that went into making it. You might be surprised at just how much you enjoy it. But it wasn't the first modern skyscraper. The title of the first modern skyscraper actually goes to the home insurance building in Chicago, which was completed in 1885. The 10-story building was the first to use a steel frame construction, allowing for a taller, more efficient building design that became the basis for modern skyscrapers. Despite not being the first modern skyscraper, the Eiffel Tower remains an impressive feat of engineering and a beloved landmark around the world. It was designed and built for the 1889 World Fair and was intended to be a temporary structure. However, its popularity and usefulness quickly made it a permanent fixture in the Persian skyline. However, the speaker has a peculiar rule they must abide by. They cannot speak at all while in the speaker's chair. This means that if the speaker needs to address the House, they must leave their seat, which temporarily suspends their authority until they return. While the reason for this tradition is debated, it serves as a reminder that even those in positions of power must sometimes step back and let others take the lead. Imagine being the person in charge and not being able to say a word. Now try to picture yourself sitting in a room with some very important people, all eyes on you waiting for you to speak. But you can't. You're basically in this position of power, but you can't use your most basic tool, your voice. It would be frustrating and a little terrifying, but that's exactly what the Speaker of the House in England has to deal with. And to add to that, when they need to talk, they have to leave their seat, giving up their power temporarily. No, 9. Crying could make you feel a lot better. So why do we stop ourselves from doing something that feels so good? Crying is often seen as a sign of weakness or a cause for ridicule, especially in professional settings where men are particularly discouraged from showing any emotion other than anger. But the truth is, crying can actually be beneficial for us both physically and mentally. A good cry releases stress hormones and can help us process our emotions. It can also reduce pain and make us feel better overall. Despite these benefits, many of us don't cry as much as we should, likely because of societal expectations and norms that discourage it. In fact, men are less likely to cry than women and are often taught from a young age to suppress their emotions. This can lead to a buildup of stress and negative emotions that can affect our mental health. So next time you feel like crying, don't hold it in. Let it out and feel the difference. Number 8. The Eiffel Tower was not actually the first modern skyscraper. 7. Food made by someone else tastes better than your own cooking despite having the same recipe. No. 6. Everyone has a unique scent. Have you ever stopped to think about what your scent might be? No. 5. For having a plan B would only make plan A less likely to work. 3. Smiling could make you happier. Smiling has been shown to have a variety of positive effects on our mental and physical well-being. No. 2. Laughter is a sign of joy, but it can also be a defense mechanism to hide our true feelings. No. 1. In Finland, a minimum of 21 megabits per second internet speed is a fundamental human right. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe so you're always the first to know when we drop a new video.